Assalamualaikum and hi. In the previous video, we have learned how to create a very simple login interface. And if you still remember, within this login interface, we have a JFrame. And within that JFrame, we have a JPanel. And these JFrame and JPanels are actually the swing containers. In this video, we are going to look into two more different types of swing containers available. I have created a swing container project here, where within this project, I have also created a few different Java files, and all of these are actually the JFrame form. So let's start by looking into the JScrollPane.java. I double click on this one and you can see a JFrame in front of you. Now, before I show you how we can actually add a scroll pane into this frame, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a panel within this frame, and I will also add a few components into this specific panel. For example, I have one label here, one text field, and also let's say I add a list here. And I purposely make the panel smaller, okay? And I'm going to do a preview here. So as you can see here, I can't fully access the list. Well, it's not that obvious. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, the panel, okay? Now, I do another preview. So you can see that I can't fully access all of the items within the list. And this is where the scroll pane come into place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a scroll pane into my frame here. So as you can see here under the swing containers, we have different types of containers. So one of it, of course, is JScrollPane. I'm going to drag and drop it here. So now you will see this is my JScrollPane. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to drag and drop the whole panel, which I've created earlier, into this JScrollPane. And now if I do another preview, you will see that I have the scroll bar within this panel, right? Which allow me to access all of the components available within that panels. So that's one of the main functionalities of the scroll pane. We can also add a text area within the same panel. For example, now I'm going to resize it and delete the components which I've created. So once we have deleted the components, we can first resize it. And this is my scroll pane. I'm going to add a text area within that, okay? And now if we do a preview, you can see I have a text area here, which I can type in all the text that required, but I also have a scroll bar here for my text area. Right, now let's move on to another type of panels or swing containers that is available, which is the tab pane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this and open the JPanel.java. Again, this is a JFrame form. And what we can do is to create the tab pane, you can see here under the swing container, you have the tab pane. I'm going to drag and drop it here. And in order to have the different tabs, we will need to use the panel. So for example, now I drag and drop one panel here. So you can see tab 1. I'm going to do another panel here, tab 2. Okay, so I think 2 will do. Now you can actually rename your tab. For example, you just right click on the tab again. You right click on the tab, edit text. For example, here we do personal informations. And the second one is account informations, okay? We can then add different components into this panel. For example, well, just for the sake of demonstrations, I'm going to add a button in this personal informations where I put it as OK. As for the account, I add another button where I rename it to submit. So now if I do a preview, you can see that there are two tabs available. One is the personal information, where within that we have actually add an OK button. And now if I click on the account informations, you can see there's a submit button, which in fact we have created. So I think that's it for this video, where we have looked into a few different types of swing containers available, and you can actually use these different types of containers based on the requirements of the system that you are going to develop. Thank you very much.